Yeah, welcome to What the White Man Can't Dance. The most watched show amongst embassy security personnel in the Middle East. Now, they're like your second family. You know, the ones you don't invite to weddings or other important events. It's our panel, and in the far chair, he's call screener for the KSCO radio's morning show, Good Morning Monterey Bay. It's Grant Patrizio. If good-natured humor were shingles, I'd nail him on the roof. In the middle chair, it's attorney at law Mel Patterson. If penetrating analysis was ceramic tile, he'd get laid by plumbers in the bathroom. Finally, in between them, he's the host of the KMBT show, John Wants Answers. It's John Vink. If interesting topics were furniture from IKEA, thrifty homeowners would take a long time to screw him properly, but be glad that they did and save some money to do so. Issue number 1. Will your future success depend on the word of your childhood friends? Researchers at Concordia University have found that a kid's friends may be the best judge of what the child will grow up to be like. Their study found that classmates' evaluations of a child's personality can be more accurately predict adult personality traits than self-evaluation, which are associated with a number of important life factors such as health, mental health, and occupational satisfaction. The study, which began in 1976, asked students in grades 1, 4, and 7 to complete peer evaluations of their classmates and rate them in terms of aggression, likability, and social withdrawal, in addition to self-evaluations. The children were tracked into adulthood over the next 20 years and did follow-up surveys when they became adults. I think we have some of the footage of the kids prior to filling out the surveys here. Yeah, I think they rated highly on anxiety.
Looks like it.
There you go. All right, Grant, I'll start with you since you're sitting farthest from me. You buy this? You're buying this or not?
I can buy it. It's, I mean, at least in one way, which is that, at least from personal experience, I'm not really good at evaluating myself. So
Right.
I turn to my friends to give me that sort of personality evaluations or occupational satisfaction evaluations and that sort of thing to sort of see what they see, because
Right.
there's a lot of things that I miss.
And what do they say to you?
That I talk a lot, that I think too much, which makes me come off as anxious,
Okay.
but that when that sort of part of me is aside, that they think I'm really funny, even though my specialty is cheesy one-liners and corny puns.
All right. Now, do you still have friends from grades 1, 4, or 7?
I have a friend or two from the first grade, a friend or two from the 7th grade, and my closest friend from the 4th grade moved back to Texas.
Okay.
So,
What did they say? What would you think they would say about you back then?
oh God. Back in the 1st grade, that I was really fun-loving and silly. Back in the 7th grade, that I was a bit of a worrywart.
Okay.
So,
All right. John,
Hello.
you buying this?
I think your peers definitely know who you're going to turn out to be better than parents or teachers,
Okay.
because they're the ones who are like hanging around you all the time. And when you're with the parents, you act differently
Yep.
because they're the authority figure, and same with teachers.
Right.
So your peers are going to know better than anyone else. Whether they know better than yourself, that's hard to say.
Well, you see yourself from the inside out. They see you from the outside in, correct?
Right.
And most people's perceptions are from the outside in, correct? You don't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, we hear your voice, but when you speak and you hear your own voice, it sounds different, right?
I sound incredible
Yeah. Right.
from, inside out.
There you go. Yeah, you keep hang on to that. So, do you still have friends from back from your 1st, 4th, and 7th grade?
I moved away shortly after 1st grade, so I don't have any from them. But I do have some really close friends from like 4th grade, from 3rd grade.
What do you think they would have said about you back then?
Back then, I wasn't nerdy yet back in 3rd grade.
You were cool with me.
Now it's not cool either.
Oh.
No. Now I'm starting to wonder why I had friends back then. Thanks.
Okay. So, well, what do you think they would have said about you?
Well, in 7th grade, I was getting nerdy, so
Okay.
they would have said I was nerdy.
Okay.
And I'm still am nerdy.
Okay.
Fourth grade, they would have said, that guy's weird. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, just enough with the bedwetting and all that stuff.
After 7th grade?
Yeah, about 4th grade, hopefully. I'm giving you more credit there.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm weird and nerdy now, so
Yeah.
you're not alone.
Well, no,
But he got the bedwetting thing clear up in 1st grade.
You did? 1st grade? Oh, good job.
Right?
Yeah.
The green room will be clean enough to verify that, right?
Yes, it will.
After the 4 guys on the couch. But anyway. Mel, buying this or not?
No freaking way. No freaking way
Really?
am I buying this.
Why not?
Because, most of my friends voted me the person most likely to end up in prison before he's 25.
And?
I haven't seen prison yet.
No,
Have not been in prison yet.
well, you're not under oath, so you can say that.
Well, I haven't been in prison yet.
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
Do you
got
plan
some
on
schemes?
going or something?
Schemes going on that we should
Well,
know about?
I am a lawyer, and so you never can tell.
I mean, as the son of a lawyer, they do tend to scheme.
Yes.
So.
There
I
you
want
go.
some quick money fast.
Well, so do I.
Call me later and we'll talk.
Quick money fast.
What am I
Okay,
surrounded
so you're not buying this at all.
Not at all.
Okay, so you're not buying in the sense that you change from when you were a kid, or that your friends as kids would successfully
No,
peg you?
because I think they underestimated me. I mean, they thought I was stupid enough to end up in prison. I've managed to get away with all the schemes that I've done.
Oh, okay. So when you were in 1st and 7th and 4th grade, you were not the brightest bulb in the Christmas tree light.
No, it wasn't that. It was that I always had something going on.
Like a scheme.
Yes, I mean,
Well, what kind of schemes can you have as a 1st grader, or a 4th grader, or a 7th grader?
I can tell you a few things because the statute of limitations has run
Okay.
on those things.
All right.
Things like numbers and running numbers and.
Well, you ran numbers as a 1st grader.
Can you count
You
cards?
can you even count numbers as a 1st
That's
grader?
not illegal.
I was good. What do you want?
Really, you ran numbers as a 1st grader?
Oh yeah.
What else did you do as a 1st
Look,
grader, 4th
you
grader,
know,
or 7th grader?
When you're in the streets, you can act as a lookout.
Okay. For what?
Drug dealers and.
Did you do that?
Has the statute
Are you a
run-
pothead?
Has the statute run on some of this stuff? Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, hey, look at the time.
I heard you were old, so I think so.
I didn't know they had drugs back then. I just thought they just
Not
chewed
that old.
chewed roots or something, All right, but anyways, we're done with the segment, believe it. So if the statute of limitations ran out, the segment time ran. Issue number 2 is an opinion easy to pick with just a Jedi mind trick. Cognitive scientists at Lund University in Sweden have found that people can quickly and completely switch moral views without realizing it. Researchers had 160 volunteers fill out a 2-page questionnaire about moral issues and current hot political topics. Each questionnaire came on a clipboard, and when completing it required flipping over the first page of questions. When the volunteers flipped that page back over to discuss their answers, a different sheet was revealed instead, containing opposite versions of the original questions, but with the original answers unchanged. I wonder how they did that. When the participants read and discussed their answers with the researchers, most of them remained blind to the switch. Many of the volunteers developed coherent and unwavering arguments supporting those switched views. Speaking of flip-floppers,
Wow, that was good.
That takes skill.
now
I like
that was
that.
not a 180, that was more of a 360, so he came back to his original position, so I give him credit for that.
Wow. I want to see that again.
That's what we call going full circle.
Hey John, you buy that? You're buying this?
Yeah, I think so. It depends on how passionate the topic you're talking about is.
Yes.
I mean, some debaters can debate any side of the topic.
Okay, so since you're not buying this,
They
why
would
do
be
you not
called
buy
master
this?
debaters,
Wait.
right?
No, I said I did buy this. Oh, I see. You got me there. You got me. I'm not one of those.
This guy, he's tricky. He's a tricky one.
Yeah.
That was like the low-hanging fruit of jokes.
I think a lot of your opinions is a lot based on environment.
Okay.
So, like, I was raised in Canada, and I moved here to California, and my views line up very liberal, I guess.
Right.
And I often wonder, if I grew up in Texas, would I have different views?
Well,
Would they change? So, how much are your views really part of you, and how much are they part of the environment?
what do you think?
I don't know. I asked the question. I'm asking you.
So you really have no opinion. Or,
I said I agreed
no,
with.
you have no opinion of whether or not your opinion can be changed or not.
It depends on the passionateness of how you feel about the topic.
Okay. So
like blue is awesome. I could go either way.
Yeah. So if you're passionate about the opinion, then you'll be more likely to catch the switch. Is that
Yeah,
fair?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mel, what do you think?
I'm a lawyer. My moral views are for sale.
Okay. Since your moral views are not for sale, what is it?
No. I caught you again. I'm not John. I said my moral views are for sale. Whoever.
That's because he
pays me-
passionately believes that.
I definitely
He
do.
passionately believes
So
that
what
he can be bought.
Yeah.
I don't
As
know if I
long
should
as-
applaud you for being honest or just be sad for your statement.
Look,
very profitable.
You want a lawyer who's going to be on your side, right?
Yes.
And so the person who is going to be on your side is going to have the most moral conviction that you are right. And as long as you're paying my fee, I will have the most moral conviction that you are right.
Or
Congratulations for admitting that on the
or
air.
the Seinfeld show, George Costanza's advice on how to beat a lie detector. Remember, Jerry, it's only lying if you believe you're lying.
That's right.
Wow. Seinfeld got deep just then.
Hey, Grant. Now that you've always seen these political polls, or whatever, for all these questions, does this give you a different opinion about political polling?
Not really. I've always thought that political polling is a bit of I've always thought of it as a process to basically sway one's opinion one way or the other instead of to let people develop it themselves.
Okay. All right. Now, who do you think they used for volunteers for this study?
Wait a second. I'm sorry, I'm not falling for this.
Why not?
I sense a bait and I sense a switching going on here. I'm not falling for that.
No. Who do you think they used for volunteers?
People who are really passionate about one side or the other.
No. Think about it. Lund University in Sweden. Who do colleges normally use for volunteers for psychological studies?
Oh.
Since you were recently one of them. College students.
Come on.
College students.
I was overthinking that.
That's right.
Hey, are college students known for really having large, strong opinions about moral and political issues? Or do they just tend to be ignorant?
Some can be. It really depends on the student itself.
Generally. Are there
Generally,
people
no.
There's college students who don't know who the vice president is.
There are a few.
Yeah. Are there college students who cannot name the 3 branches of government?
I'm sure.
Not that I'm besmirching any
They're
particular
college graduates.
institution, but I'm sure ones at your
Right.
institution would know.
Right.
But anyway, all right, so we are finished with the segment. On to our first break. All right, we're back from our first break. Issue number 3. To get a yes, is it best to start with a weird request? According to a study from Warsaw School of Social Sciences and Humanities, the best way to win people over to your side is to start with an outrageous demand first. Researchers found that when a person encounters a strange request, they're much more likely to agree to the next thing you ask for. According to the researchers, the outrageous question effectively reframes the real request to make it sound much more reasonable, and the weird question throws us off our usual refusal script. But the trick doesn't work on everyone, does it, No Kitty? Wow, you really can't fool that. You really can't fool No Kitty. We'll fix it in post.
I mean, I'm not an expert at reading lips, but if I had to guess, the kitty was just saying nope, 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 nope,
That's my
nope,
guess.
nope,
Yeah,
nope.
pretty much. All right. So, John, does it? You think this works or not?
I'm not sure, because I think if you ask them a weird question, they've written you off as being weird.
Okay.
So then anything you ask after that, they say, this is a weird guy. Why am I, going to do what he asks?
Will you bury a dead body for me?
Is it a dead human body?
Can I borrow $10?
Sure.
There you go.
I mean, wait.
You
You got me again!
Well, Grant, you think this works or not?
Like you said before, No Kitty, it doesn't work on everyone. I've noticed that, like, just for kicks, I've tried that. It has seemed to work. But then again, these are also slightly weirder friends that I've tried it on. So they're familiar with it.
Have you tried it on dating?
No.
You're gonna try it?
Probably not, because that would make a really odd first impression. I do that enough without the outrageous question.
Are you sure? You might work.
I'm not doing it.
See, this is why you're not successful. You're not willing to throw yourself out there.
Don't reference previous shows here.
I wasn't referencing previous shows. Oh. All right. How about it? You think this would work in an employment context? Like, for example, if you asked for a company Ferrari and then instead asked for a 5% pay increase.
That really just depends on the boss, I'd say.
How about your boss? I think I've met your boss. Have I met your boss?
Probably. I think she would find it I think she would find it funny that I would go for that drastic a switch.
So if you asked her, hey, can I paint your dog purple, and then ask for a raise, then she'd give you the raise.
She'd be like, "Why did you start with painting my dog purple? You should have just asked for the increase." And then she would start laughing, and I'd be like, "Well."
But then she would have given you the increase because she put her in a good mood.
She would have at least thought about it.
There you
go. Which is good enough for me.
Mel, you think this will work with your wife?
No.
Or is it all her answers no?
All of her answers are no. That's correct. I mean, I think it'll work with some people.
Right.
For example, by the way, where's that extra $50 that you promised me for being on the show? And
I returned you for Penny or Chihuahua Purple.
What is it with you and purple dogs, man?
No, I could have started with, we were even for dating his daughter, but that would freak him out.
Oh, that would definitely freak me out. Oh yeah.
She's a real special.
Yeah, that would definitely.
Good night, everybody.
Well, that's how you know you're old, because if you go to a guy and say, hey, your daughter's a cute and beautiful gal, and they say, oh, that's real sweet, thank you very much, then you know you're young. But if you say it to a guy and the guy's like, get out of here. That's how you know you're old.
Either that or the father's just very protective, which in some cases could be a very good thing.
Well, no, that usually also tells you how old the daughter is. Right. Yeah, because if they are really pretty and you say they're pretty, they get freaked out. But if they're really ugly, you say they're pretty, they're actually grateful for the compliment, right, Mel?
I don't get freaked out. I simply start loading my gun.
Oh, there you go.
As a married 40-year-old man, I can't say that anyone is pretty.
There you go. So wait a minute. So you think your wife says no to everything you ask her?
Yeah.
So remember the previous topic, right? So can you just flip the question? Honey, can I not go to the strip club? No.
Psych out.
Right.
Okay. The video I was going to use was the rabbit season, duck season from Bugs Bunny. But,
yes.
But that's copyrighted material, and we don't want to do that. So be that as it may.
Oh, Warner Brothers, come on.
You don't get a fair use for the educational content of this show?
Maybe, but I don't know. I'll get in trouble with Warner Brothers. All right, speaking of which, we just finished our segment. All right, issue number 4. If you're superstitious, will your gut be prodigious? Scientists claim people who believe in luck and fate are more likely to be obese. Researchers at the Melbourne Institute of Applied Economic and Social Research, aka MEASR, found that those who trust in fate were less likely to change their lives by their own actions, leading to conditions such as obesity. Their outlook meant they exercised less, ate less healthily, and smoked and drank more than those who believed their life was in their hands. For more, we turn to 8 Lives Kitty. 8LK, what's your take? And now he's known as 7 Lives Kitty. But hopefully he landed on his feet.
So would you find yourself really productive? Because that's 2 for 3 of cat videos right now.
I made this show watching those videos, so take that for what it's worth.
That cat believed in fate because it was pretty fat, wasn't it?
Couldn't even make that tiny jump.
Oh, hopefully his penis isn't too small. But
What?
it's a callback. It's called a callback. It's called a callback.
No one watches more than one episode of the show,
That's right, true. Maybe he lasts longer in the kitty box.
Oh, God.
All right, Mel.
Yeah.
Sorry, because you're the biggest guy at the table. Agree or disagree?
I agree. I
right.
agree. I believe in luck, and well, I usually carry a rabbit's foot, but I guess I wasn't very lucky for the rabbit. But
right. So you are a superstitious dude?
I am.
Okay.
I actually am.
Buy lottery tickets?
Buy tons of lottery tickets.
Buy tons of really?
right.
What's tons?
Well, I would say probably 20 to 30 in a week.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I just buy one.
Yes.
And hope for the best.
Yeah.
20 or 30, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The more you buy, the luckier you are.
You gotta spend money to make it?
There you go.
And how's your weight been for the past few months?
Yeah, going up there.
Going up there?
Getting up.
All right. So you're thinking that next burrito will cause you to lose weight?
Lucky
That's
burrito.
the
I
weight
just think
losing
it's a lucky. That's right. Lucky burrito.
The lucky burrito?
That's right.
It's gonna be the one. I know it. I
It
know
will
it.
be the one. That's right.
Grant, what's your take?
As someone who thinks luck and fate and all that can influence it, but knows ultimately life is in your own hands, I can sort of buy it, because you have to motivate yourself in order to eat healthier, not drink as much, not smoke as much, and all that. Just biologically speaking, that's sound and it makes sense. But wait a minute, I'm noticing a trend here. you believe in it a lot, and
right.
you know I believe in it in about halfway, and I'm the average guy at the table. Let me guess, you don't believe in it at all.
I believe strongly in the results of the survey, the study, and I believe strongly in that there's no luck.
Okay. Wait a minute. So, Grant, are you superstitious at all?
A little bit. Certain things I just avoid, like I'm not a fan of Friday the 13th, and I don't want to cross the path of a black cat when I'm near a ladder.
Okay.
But other than that,
Okay. The only thing I tried not to go under ladders, but that's because just someone might fall on me. But that's
well,
just me.
as someone who's had to hang lighting instruments in theaters, I've kind of had to get over my fear of ladders themselves.
But are you under ladders?
Sometimes holding it.
Ah, okay. John, so you believe this, and you're not superstitious at all, right?
At all.
Okay.
I don't believe in any superstition at
So
all.
as an outside person looking in, do you think superstitious people are lucky or unlucky as a whole?
I think they waste their time being superstitious.
No, but are they lucky or unlucky as a whole?
There is no luck. I can't answer that. You're trying to trick me.
He's in denial. He's in
know.
denial.
And that's
I
not
know.
just a river in Egypt, mind you.
All right. So then, Mel, since you're the most superstitious one, are superstitious people, do they tend to be lucky or unlucky? Or
What? You had to flip a coin.
there you go. Okay. Now here's a wrinkle. If I change the story from fat to poor, would the conclusion be the same? Superstitious people tend to be poor.
Sure, because they're making perhaps unwise decisions.
Right. Okay. Mel?
No. I just jack up my rates. That's all.
Grant?
I would, for me, it would still be the same. I mean, you have to make it out, like you have to put the effort out there in order to try to find the job, but sometimes you could just be lucky and have a great connection who wants to help you and just sort of gives it to you.
All right. We'll leave it at that because we are out of time. On to our real second break this time. So next time, wear pants for the show. So we won't have to all be behind the table. Oh, sorry, we're back. Anyways, so we're at the final segment of our show, and this is where we are. We do the discard pile. These are stories we kind of thought we're about doing, but didn't because we picked other stories instead. So let's see. The first one I have for you guys is New Jersey tells drivers that they cannot smile for their driver's license photos. John, what do you think about that?
What? You can't smile?
Yeah.
I love smiling. I smile all the time. Whenever I get asked for my ID, it's a picture of me smiling in my driver's license. And so I go,
Really?
and then they always laugh without any mistake.
Do you have your driver's license photo here?
I'm not going to show it on television.
Well, you said you're smiling, right? We can blot the
like
numbers
this.
up for you. Yeah? It's like, okay.
They laugh because your smile off of your license is so dang creepy.
There you go. What about you, Grant? What do you think?
That
Good idea or bad idea?
that people can't smile?
Right, on their driver's license photos.
No, because then their driver's license looks like a prison mugshot.
Yes, but when do people most often have to display their driver's licenses? In New Jersey.
Oh. Well then. Well then. In that case, it's rather up in the air. If somebody really feels like cracking a smile, they can. But if someone wants to look like that ace criminal that knows they're going to jail and needs an epic mugshot, then just by all means, do it.
We apologize to our viewers in New Jersey. We find them perfectly law-abiding citizens. We're no more or less likely to be pulled over by the police than the citizens from other states. Hey, Mel, what do you think?
I used to live in New Jersey.
I retract the apology disclaimer. Thanks, Mel.
Awkward.
Do you smile in your driver's license photo?
Never.
Okay. So you look like your mugshot.
Well, because I do have a mugshot also.
Wait, I thought you said you were never in prison.
I got out. What's the matter with
He was
you?
arrested,
I got
but
out of
not
it. There you
put in
go.
prison.
You
Not
said you were
convicted.
never.
I was
prison?
never in prison. They
You were
never,
just in jail.
Holding
Yes.
cell? Oh.
That doesn't mean that I wasn't arrested.
Oh.
The drunk tank?
Technicality that he also relinquished on the air.
The couch died before testifying at trial.
And another callback, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch the previous show.
Yeah,
It's
too bad
right.
they're from previous shows. Yeah. All right. So you think this? I forget. Bad idea or good idea again?
Well, I mean, from my perspective, it's a bad idea. You don't want to be recognized. So better for you to smile for your driver's license picture so that it won't be associated with your mugshot.
Well, wait a minute. So you don't normally smile a lot?
No,
Oh, you're just
especially when I see the police
Oh, okay. All right. Or the bouncer.
or the bouncer.
Or the bouncer. Okay. All right. All right. Next story. Women are more nostalgic than men about sex with their ex. Over 1/3 of women say having sex with a past partner was better than their current one. Grant, you buying this or not?
Somebody over there is, but as far as I am concerned, I try not to make those comparisons.
No, you're not a woman. So
I'm not a woman. That's true. But
Oh, you're just finding this out now? Is that the deal?
so
or-
you're not.
I know
I'm hoping
it's
you're
a big
not-
discovery.
I'm hoping you're not
but-
nostalgic.
No. Why would I be nostalgic about anything?
Well, okay.
I'm a dude. Dudes are never nostalgic.
Plus, you're too young to be nostalgic.
Dude.
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 Seriously, dude.
Seriously, dude.
Dude.
Nostalgia.
Dude.
Do you think this is the reason why possibly men prefer, why supposedly men have a high preference for virgins?
You know what? Maybe.
Oh, okay.
It may honestly be a thing.
Because they don't want to be compared to the past dude, right? It's like, oh, and he was bigger than you too, right? 50 years ago.
Well, thanks for that. That's awkward.
All right, John, you buying this?
I got off track here. Do I buy that women think?
Yes, women are more likely to prefer an ex than their
No.
current.
In my situation, it's never been the case.
Because
Lucky bastard.
How do you
nothing to
know?
do with luck. It's
How
skill,
do you know?
Skill.
How do you know?
Oh, it's clear. I can't say much more. I'm not allowed to say much more on the topic. But it's clear to me that they're not thinking about the past.
Oh, Mel, you lucked out because we're out of time. All right. So, thank you very much for joining us on the show. If you want to send us comments via email, Twitter, or Facebook, the information is down below. Later.